Good Saturday morning. What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a great day. Welcome to the Zolian podcast on the road, drive-in style, the old OG podcast where I'm on the road talking about stuff. It's also the ZORS, basically, because I'm not doing the ZORS Monday through Friday. I gotta update that. It just seems like it's not really everyday kind of show. It seems like people like it on the weekend more than on the weekdays. It just seems very chill, a very chill kind of podcast. So I'm giving you your dose of the audio podcast for the weekend. I hope you're having a great day. Listen, let me tell you something. A lot of people have been talking about Valentine's Day. Are we going back to normal? Are we going out running around buying stuff on Valentine's Day? At this point, it's probably already passed. I would assume. What is it, the 14th or something? This is probably coming out a few days after. Hey, listen, if you didn't do Valentine's Day, I don't blame you. I mean, it's definitely for the chocolate industry, the candy industry, the flower industry, big chocolate, big chocolate. I always laugh when people say big chocolate, big old chocolate, was it Nestle? I forgot what company it is that started that whole thing. But listen, man, whatever makes you happy. If it makes you happy to do Valentine's Day, do what works for you, okay? I'm not gonna judge you. Just don't feel like you have to do it. You don't have to do anything. It's your life. Make it work for you. Find somebody who it matches your lifestyle, right? Somebody who complements your life. That's the whole point. Is finding somebody who's worth your time. Now, if you decide to do it again, and that's what you want to do, then that's fine. Do what makes you happy. Don't feel like you have to go against the grain. Oh my God, to be a real guy, you have to go against the grain. No, man, do whatever makes you happy. That's the whole point about being a man, is figuring things out for yourself and making it happen for you, right? Life has to you have to happen in life. Life, won't happen for you. Let's put it that way. I think that's the best way to put it. You have to take the reins, you have to be the captain of your ship. Otherwise, this ship's going to sink, and nobody else is going to help you. There's no saving you, okay? You have to save yourself. That's the big one. That's the big wake-up call a lot of people have to come to grips with. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's a big, accomplishment on every man's life is, hey, I saved myself, I know a lot of people will say, YouTuber X or Y, you changed my life. YouTuber W, B, A, B, C, D, F, G, you changed my life. It's like, no, man, you took that information and you made actions. You took actions that changed your own life, right? Yes, they gave you information that helped you. Sure, nothing wrong with that. But, it's okay to take accountability and to accept the fact that you were the purveyor of that, right? You're the initiator of that. Maybe the information lit a spark in you, and that's good. But at the end of the day, ultimately, it's up to you. Same thing with bad information. If someone gave you bad information, it's not on them. It's on you for taking action, right? That's why I always say, no matter what happens, you have to still take accountability. A lot of people want to escape accountability for their life, but they're just their own worst enemy. They're just going to keep repeating the same mistakes. That's why a lot of these big movements you see flounder and they fail, because a lot of it is based on not taking accountability. But again, make life work for you. Figure it out for yourself. You're going to make it if you do that. You have to have a hope. Having hope is important. Hope plus action equals change, right? Hope, action, accepting whatever pain that needs to be accepted. Like, for example, cutting out fatty foods that are not helping you, getting into a calorie deficit, that's gonna make you lose weight, right? Being active is gonna make you lose weight. Not changing that is gonna just keep adding more weight. So there you go. That's a live example right there. Back to this, it's funny, we started talking about chocolate and now we're talking about losing weight. But again, just do what works, figure it out. It's your life. You can do it. I know you can. You're a smart guy. You're already here. If you're already listening to this, you're already ahead of a lot of people, because a lot of people are just still going through day-to-day life, just eyes closed and they're going through the monotony in life. And I think that's the wrong way to go about life, is to not give it away. Don't give away your time, because you're born, you live, and you'll die. Don't give away your time. Every day is precious. I know it doesn't seem that way. I know when you're in the weeds of things don't seem, that way, and things seem pretty down. But, zoom out. Always zoom out. And if you feel like you're overwhelmed, take a day off, take 2 days off from your regular life, and just focus on what you can do to change what makes you unhappy. Like, figure out what it is that makes you unhappy. Dedicate that day to that, figuring it out, right? Looking at make a list, get a piece of paper, get a pen, write down all the things that make you unhappy about yourself. And if you want, you can make a list of all the things that make you happy. And then ask yourself a question, like, what am I willing to do to change these things? Which things am I willing to dedicate my time to changing? What's the thing that makes me the most unhappiest, right? What's the thing that's kind of crippling my life? I think that's important, incredibly important. A lot of people forget that, you can change things. You can make a difference to yourself. You can have the life you want to have. It just takes time, and it takes a lot of resilience. And I think resilience is something that's sorely missing in our society. I think that's one of those things that's just going to have to be learned. You take time learning it, and I think at the end you're going to find out that you are made of tough stuff once you accomplish things. Confidence comes from actually achieving things, It's not something that just comes naturally. Some people it does, and that's good for them. God bless them. But for some people, it's not that way, and that's okay. You just have to accomplish things, and you will find confidence in yourself. You will make it. You will find that life is worth living, that everything is going to be okay, and that you will be okay. Just have to not fall into that despair, And we all do it. We all have like a moment or two of like that falter. It's okay to like falter once in a while, but you have to pick yourself back up again, and that comes from taking that time, right? Zooming out, looking at what was important in your life, walking towards things that make you happy and walking away from things that make you unhappy. Another thing a lot of people have is addiction, which I'll talk about maybe in the future, or maybe I'll talk about in the past. I'm not sure yet. But a lot of people have an addiction problem with the content that they're consuming, and it's making them unhappy. And unfortunately, if you consume content that makes you unhappy, what are you going to do? You have to, look at the content, ask yourself, hey, am I willing to quit this? And for my happiness, for example, like a lot of people are consuming the content from like these big TV shows, which maybe we'll talk about. I think that's going to be a specific topic for the future. But a lot of people are consuming content from these like big TV shows, and the big TV shows keep giving them basically telling them that they hate you, right? Telling the audience they hate you, right? I say believe them. If they're basically telling you that they hate you, believe them. You don't take offense to it. You don't get angry about it. You don't get mad or anything like that. You just look at the situation and you say to yourself, okay, I believe you. I'm not gonna freak out about it. I'm not gonna have, I'm not gonna have a freak show about it, but I'm gonna, find something else that makes me happy, drop whatever the show is, and then move forward. And that's okay. It's good to do that. Change comes from taking that action. Again, it's all on you. It's all on you. You can do it. I believe in you. Make it happen. Anyways, that's your dose of positivity today. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you did. Let me know if you have a topic you want to talk about in the future. I'm all ears. God bless you. Have a wonderful Saturday. Peace.